Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so this is the third part of this section, and we're going to be multiplying positive and negative decimals. Just a quick review of how decimals work. If I were to multiply 4/10, notice here are 4 out of 10. And if I were to multiply 6/10, I'd be multiplying here. Notice where we overlap. We overlap right here. How many spots are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I have 24. 24 whats? Well, if each of these long bars was a tenth, each of these little pieces would be 100. And that's how we get our answer, 24 hundredths. Do you notice how there is one number behind the decimal here, one number behind the decimal here, yet two numbers behind the decimal here? And that's going to be our rule that we're going to be doing. But hopefully you realize that when you multiply 4/10 times 6/10, you end up with 24 little pieces, and those little pieces are called hundredths. So notice, we multiply here. 6 times 4 is 24. That gets us our pieces. And what size pieces were they? They were hundredths. The rule is that if you want to know the shortcut, for multiplying decimals, you simply count up the number of numbers to the right of the decimal. Notice, I have one number to the right of the decimal, another number to the right of the decimal. 1 plus 1 is 2, and that's why you have two numbers to the right of the decimal. What if I had this problem? Well, here's 1 and 4/10, 1 whole and 4/10, and I'm going to multiply that by 2/10. Do you notice where the overlap's going to be? So what's my answer going to be? I'm going to have two long pieces here. Each of these are tenths, and these are hundredths. So I'm going to have 2/10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hundredths. 2/10, 8 hundredths. When I add those together, I get 28 hundredths. Once again, notice the decimals. One number to the right of the decimal, two numbers to the right of the decimal, and that's why there's two numbers to the right of the decimal in the answer. Any questions? So what if I have a positive and a negative answer here? Well, the same rules apply from chapter number 1. A negative times a positive will get me a negative answer. Now I just need to multiply these. Notice the decimal goes right here in between the 1 and the 7 because there are two numbers to the right of the decimal. The biggest mistake a student will make is to bring the decimal straight down. That's an adding and subtracting rule. They need to make sure to keep their adding and subtracting rules different from their multiplying and dividing rules. Once again, the decimal goes right there in between the 1 and the 7. Let's try another one. Negative times negative is going to be positive, but how do we multiply this? I need to put 2 and 2 numbers. 2 plus 2 is 4. I need to put 4 numbers behind the decimal, but I only have 3 numbers. So what could I do? I can add a place value, a 0 spot. See how that works? All right, now a lot of this should be review for the students. They've done it in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. But I just want to make sure to review it. And what are we adding in? We're adding in the fact that we're going to throw in negative numbers. But a negative times a negative is just a positive. All right, that's the lesson. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, and have a great night.